Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we have for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, as we have yet another quality of life improvement revealed, making its way for the free title update number 2 release, or patch version 12.00, which is set to drop on September 29th. Remember that just about every single week, Director Suzuki has taken to social media to provide us information regarding more quality of life improvements and more changes being added into the game for this brand new upcoming patch, and this week is no different. In the Japanese post, it reads as follows. This is Suzuki, the director. This is a notification of another adjustment. For the second free title update, we'll be adding a function that allows you to hide the items such as grilled meat and throwing kunais from the items being displayed or the item slider. And then they go ahead and attach one of the images that essentially shows you not just the back of a hunter wearing flaming Espina's armor, which I believe this is probably the first time we actually get to see the back of it. We have seen the front of it already. We also get to see that sweet flaming Espina's greatsword as well. But if you look at the left side of the image, when you look at the bottom of it, this would be where you have your fixed items. These are the items that you bring with you on a hunt, no matter what your actual items are, whatever your item setup is. You see 3 of them being completely grayed out: the sharpening stone, the kunai, and the barbecue spit. So these are items that I will no longer be like selectable in the menu itself, but also in the slider. And this is something that they don't showcase in the image. They just kind of show you how they're going to be hidden in the basic menu option, but actually when it comes to the slider, that is what they're referencing. These items will no longer be showing whenever you are sliding around. Presumably you can set it up through the radial menu. Again, this is a feature that they have been pushing for people to make more use of. But when it comes to the actual slider, it will no longer show up there if you set up this toggle option. Now, essentially what they're doing here is adding and bringing back a feature for Monster Hunter World, where I believe some of the items in the item pouch were hideable. I believe you could press like X or something, or square, whatever that was, and then would have a couple of items there. Some of the ones that I remember were like the barbecue spit, the fishing rod, and a few others. But now it seems like they're adding grilled meat, the kunai, and the whetstone to this option as well. So this is going to be another great quality of life improvement for those players who are using the slider, the option to basically hold L if you're using the Nintendo Switch, and basically slide through the items, and you're not using the radial menu. Remember that with the radial menu, you have to go through certain pages. If you're like, for example, a gunner, you have only one option for you to be able to cycle through like your gunning types, and then another page for your like items. So it's not necessarily the most efficient if you are like caught up in a bad situation and you kind of need to heal up real quickly. This is why the radial menu still kind of becomes helpful in certain situations where you rather just slide around and make sure you have a hot item selected there if you want to be healed, and focus with the radial menu. That is what I try to do most of the time, but I end up using the slider more than I probably would like, since still pages for the radial menu are kind of like separated. If you can have 2 hot ones that you could just swap back and forth, probably will become easier. But having to toggle through 4 of them, and we know we're going to get more in the future, is just a little bit too much. So them adding less items, essentially appearing in that slider, is always going to be beneficial. So it means that you get to your items a bit faster, especially like players like me. As you can see, my item pouch is already full of usually stuff that I think is valuable to bring into a hunt, but at the end of the day, maybe not so much. This is just another, for me, the way that I see it, I think is another quality of life change. And one of those things, kind of like hot potions and cold potions, they're just like getting rid of old items that don't necessarily make a whole heck of a lot of sense. The barbecue spit no longer really is meaningful. You can just, get your Mogi or one of the cats to grow you meat. You no longer need to be bringing that thing with you. They serve no purpose whatsoever. I presume that in the future, even the sharpening stone or the whetstone is gonna end up getting removed, because it's just going to be like, why are you even sharpening your weapon at this point? It's just going to be another thing that, the developers see that as a hindrance and taking away from the time that you could be hunting. So most likely this is the way that we're heading. Whether old heads and old hunters are going to be upset about it or not, it doesn't really matter. You know, Capcom keeps doing whatever it is that they want. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.